I'm going to show you the mine system I've been working on for the Isle of Polm project. The players are allowed to create their own mines under the ground, and here's what I came up with. Those red dots represent open gaps underneath the world that players have dug around. Let them load. Okay. Automatically, the walls, the floor, and the ceiling will spawn. Like so. It's very similar to, actually it is voxel mapping. But you'll notice that when the level loads, it's going to generate the mine based off of those coordinates. See, it's still working down here. Of course, this is a little bit slower because I have a wait statement, or actually a wait function in the function itself. So, there it is. Let's take a look inside. I'll show you what I mean. It's not an actual cube. You see how it's open? It knows where the floor is, where the ceiling is, and this is something that the player would mine out, and he could customize it to the way he wants it. Of course, I'm going to make this a little bit better by adding a little bit more detail to the walls, but you'll notice if you are a player and you're mining through into the ground, you can mine fairly deep and pretty much anywhere you want to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to be coding any ramps yet. I might have the players build like ladders and ropes to get around on these ledges. You'll see, like, if you're down here, you know, how would you get from, say, this point up to that point? You know, I don't know if I'm going to have a rope or some type of system. Either that, or if it's not a big jump, I'm probably just going to allow the player to build like a rock ramp. So let's do this again. I'll show you this. This isn't hard coded. Let's delete it. Let's create a new random map again. We'll give it a few seconds to let it clear itself. Alright, so let's create a new system. Alright, there's the new system. Okay, now let's create the walls like we did before. Actually, we'll create the shell of this mine. Instead of the computer generating these mines, players are going to be generating the mine design. The game's just automatically going to compensate and build the shell around what they mine out. So you can see I've actually set the array to about 5,000 points. Certainly this can be bigger or smaller. Let's go take a look inside again. This looks like a pretty big area in here. So player can have multiple levels. Like, say if he has a tunnel down here, another player or himself can go back up here and mine on the upper level. So you can have tunnels above other tunnels, which some games don't allow you to do. Some do. I know this is all randomized and it doesn't look like much, but we'll get there. I'm going to round some of these corners off, try to make it look like a decent mine, or at least an underground shaft. Also, I'm probably going to allow the user to mine below the water table, which means he can go pretty much as deep as he wants to get to the resources that he's trying to find. Delete this. Wait a few seconds. We're going to generate one more time so I can show you how the system works. Alright, let's create it. Create the voxel mapping. Okay, now let's create the outer shell. Just want to check something here. I'm going to try to speed this up by removing the wait statement more than likely it's going to freeze for maybe a second or two, but figure while I'm recording I might as well try it. It's a load mine. I'll have a wall off. Move this weight. Okay. Let's see what this does. Hopefully it doesn't freeze the system. Okay, create. Actually, let me, on the create portion or the create function, let me remove any wait statements. There's a wait. Try to speed this up. Alright, create. Oh, that was instant pretty much. Okay, now let's wall it off. Gonna have a little bit of a freeze. And where'd we go? Oh, there it is. Let me just spin back here. Okay, let me remove it and I'll show you the speed again. Okay, wait a few seconds. Alright, let's create. Bam. Alright, now let's see how fast these walls load. About 3 seconds, so that's not too bad. So as you can see, there's really not a big issue here, and that's outside the mine shaft. If you were in the mine system, it doesn't need to render all of the faces that you can't really see or the camera can't see in the viewport, so it's going to be way faster than this. But just wanted to show you a few examples. So I'll be working on this to try to make it a little bit better as time goes on.